Assalamualaikum. My name is Saifulhari bin Adnan. The student ID is 2019-18344 and I'm from group 3. So now I'm gonna go to the introduction. This section we will introducing a project overview, the organization structure of the team, how the tasks were distributed given, the company background and the product and service that present in this company. By creating a group of 5 members, through team discussion, we agreed to choose Ahmad Faiz bin Abdullah as our team leader for group 3. The group leader has distributed the work task for each group member and specific role during industrial visit. For the work distribution, Ahmad Azim doing part A, Abdul Rahman doing part B, Ahmad Faiz doing part C, Abdul Haras doing part D. Next is company background. The pioneer in producing cool roll coils CRC in Malaysia, Mycron Steel CRC Sdn Berhad has been established back in 1989. The company has reached a high level of experience and excellence for more than 30 years in the industry, having forged a strong reputation and armed with solid expertise worker. Mycron Steel Berhad encompasses the combined operation of two main subsidiaries, which are Mycron Steel CRC Sdn Berhad and Malewa Steel Tube Sdn Berhad. Mycron Steel Company of a coal rolling mill factory is on an 18-arch site located in Shah Alam. The built-up area is more than 376,000 square feet and the current output capacity is 260,000 metric tons per annum. The company coming from auto parts industry, drum manufacturing, galvanizing and roofing industry, pipes, furniture product, home application and more. The company is involved in the midstream sector of the steel industry, converting hot rolled coil (HRC) steel sheets into thinner gauge cold rolled coil (CRC) steel sheets. Malewa Steel Tube Sdn Berhad is involved in the downstream sector in the manufacture of steel tube sand pipes, which are made from HRC and CRC. Next is product or service. Mycron Steel Berhad is a steel fabricator that offers management service. The products offered by the company including surface finishes, edges, coil, roll, sheet coils and steel pipes. Furthermore, the company through its subsidiaries involved in investment and trading business. It is also operating as installation facilities including electrolytic cleaning line, batch annealing furnaces, continuous picking line and combined skin paste mill and tension leveling line. This company offers its products into a various customer. Figure above is the overview of iron and steel industry. The last one is technology. There are 8 stages and this stage including the use of the technology that help the CRC manufacturing process, the process flow stage and the machine inside this factory shows as figure above.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Ahmad Azim bin Muhammad Zamzam and I will present on part A. In order to ensure safety, health and welfare at work, the Mycron Steel Berhad has provided a policy that need to be followed by their workers and contractors by considering risks, opportunities and the needs of the company as defined in their scope of management system. Below are the environmental health and safety policy of the Mycron Steel Berhad. Complying with the law, other compliance obligation and the Mycron's code of business conduct and ethics, the company look to go beyond legal compliance where appropriate to demonstrate our commitment to the environment and people. Second, employing a systematic management approach to minimize adverse EHS effect of operation by reviewing work environment, the equipment used in the workplace and materials incorporated into product as well as considering their use and end of life. This attention to supply chains allow us to evaluate opportunities to eliminate health and safety hazards and reduce EHS effect at the early stage of planning and design. Third, encourage team members and contractors to provide ESS enhancement suggestion and consider their suggestion in decision-making process that affect ESS performance. Fourth, focus on continual improvement of our ESS management system to enhance our ESS performance. Five, providing the necessary investment, including resources and capital, to support and deliver our ESS commitment. For the facilities, at Mycron Steel Berhad, there are fire extinguisher in every department and a fire alarm system in every building. The fire alarm system at Mycron Steel Berhad is an automatic system that will set off the device when there is a fire, so it will take a lot of time to manually turn on the system. Also, the employees are given a briefing on what to do in case of fire, such as go to the courtyard by leaving the building through the emergency exit when they hear the emergency alarm. Next, the building also has safety feature for pedestrians like a green pass that cannot be blocked by a machine or something else. The green pass job is to keep people away from a work area with a lot of machine and materials, which make it a dangerous place to be there. The pass is also important so the employees can be helped out of the building if something bad happens. The Mycron Steel also has an emergency button that will stop the machine if something goes wrong quickly. The company also gives its employees a safe place to smoke where they can do so without bothering people who don't smoke. Lastly, there are safety signs that let employees know when they are near dangerous area or machines. Since personal protective equipment varies by industry because different kinds of safety gear are best for different kinds of work, goggles and face protection are some of the tools used in this company. This equipment is mostly used in the workplace for the eyes and the area of the face close to them. This protection must be given whenever it is needed to protect against chemical and mechanical irritants like flying debris or particles in the air. Next, workers who are regularly exposed to loud noises and are at risk of hearing damage must be given ear protection. In some workplaces, foam earplugs may be used. However, when noise levels are very high, professional ear muffs that cover the whole ear are needed. Next, protection for the arms and hands like gloves to protect against chemical or thermal burns, cutting the material and electrical hazard. The use of helmet, safety shoes and a full suit is also important for employees to avoid any dangers such as serious injury from falling object or hitting a hard object. Last but not least, workers may be exposed to dangerous substances that can be breathed in. This could be as simple as a mask with filter or as complicated as a whole building system connected to a tank of oxygen. Not only that, the employees need to be trained to use the machine and the equipment also need to be checked regularly to make sure it is working properly. The Mycron Steel also provide a lot of programs as administrative control in order to provide their employees to enhance environmental safety and health during work such as training with bomber, bodily noise monitoring, and first aid competency training. Next are the maintenance of the equipment and training in the industry to enhance the safety of the employees such as forklift competency training, overhead crane competency training, firefighting equipment servicing and maintenance.
Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Berhad will talk about the hazards in the Mycron Steel Berhad. Hazards have been divided into numerous kinds since they might rise for a variety of causes and may have a variety of effects. It's crucial to spread dangers so that you can decide what steps to take to minimize or eliminate the risk. In the industry, there are 6 different categories of risk: chemical, biological, physical, safety, ergonomic and psychological. And so for the first one is chemical hazard. Minimizing the risk of exposure is the main strategy for avoiding adverse health consequences from chemicals. Conducting a risk assessment for the compounds you will be handling is the first stage in this procedure. Use procedures that adhere to the hierarchy of controls, such as employing engineering controls that are operational, such as chemical fume hoods and the personal protective equipment. The exposed type and material appropriate for the risk you are dealing with. Additionally, using safe work procedures for handling, weighing, and storing chemicals will lower your chance of exposure. And for instance, flammable material, storage cabinets, and analytical balance can be ventilated to get rid of dangerous fumes so the workers doesn't breathe them in. And for the next one is mechanical hazard. As we know that Mycron Steel Berhad use big machines in production of the products. So as a result, mechanical hazard is one of the biggest threats. Production and efficiency that can be greatly enhanced by machines, but there is risk involved. Workers are at risk from moving parts, jagged edges, and heated surfaces. With the right application of safety measures, many machine-related injuries can be avoided. It's critical to comprehend risks that machines pose and the components required to put in place efficient safeguarding procedures. So this is workplace safety precautions should accomplish with the following. First one is prevent contact by keeping the worker's body and clothing away from the just moving parts. Second, be safe. Firmly fastened to the said machine and difficult to remove. Second, make sure that nothing can fall into the moving parts to prevent protection from falling object. Third one is no additional risk should be introduced. There shouldn't be shear points, jagged edges, and uneven surfaces. And the fourth one is no interruption should be made, and the worker must be able to complete the task promptly and pleasantly. And then lastly, allow safe lubrication. If possible, allow lubrication of the device without removing safety measures. So this one is electrical hazard. To avoid hazard, all electrical infrastructure and equipment need to be maintained. This should incorporate a suitable method of visual inspection and if required testing. Most electrical engineers can be can be reduced by focusing on a straightforward, low-cost strategy of searching for obvious damage or problems. It is advised that fixed installations undergo routine testing and inspection by a qualified individual. The type of installation, how frequently it is used, and the environment in which it is utilized will determine how frequently inspections are performed, as well as any unnecessary thing. By reporting any damage or flaws defined, users may take difference, make sure everyone handling electricity is qualified to do the job. So next one is psychological hazard. Microsteel involve many procedures that cause very high heat produced in the factory. Heat stress may be a problem for workers who are in hot surroundings or who are subjected to excessive heat. Extreme heat exposure can cause work-related diseases and injury. Heat exhaustion, heat cramps, heat rashes, and heat stroke can all be caused by excessive heat. Due to sweaty palms, fog and safety glasses, and dizziness, heat can also raise the risk of workplace injuries. Accidental contact with surface or steam can also be result in burns. Firefighters, bakery workers, farmers, construction workers, miners or boiler room workers, factory workers, and others who product orders in hot surroundings amongst the workers who are susceptible to heat stress. So the finally is equality hazard. Despite being invisible, air contaminants can have a negative impact on our health. Along with other health impacts, air pollution can also result in cancer and respiratory conditions, which might result in sick days. One of sick absence might cause a company loss. If unintended consequence is a negative employee reputation, which makes it challenging to find qualified candidates. The production is low, and as a result of the poor indoor air quality, it might be the halls, which increases costs for business owners in numerous ways. Sensitive robotics problem might result in production process delays or poor quality. That is evident in the quantity of defective goods, which frequently end up in scrap and result in losses, or in production delays when the manufacturing equipment needs to be repaired. The cost of reporting the business increases as equipment maintenance is increased. The long life of instrument equipment is increased by the high level of cleanliness because it reduces the spread of airborne infections. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Faiz bin Abdullah. Now I will explain about Part C, which is emergency procedure of an accident. In any organization, they are required to have an emergency procedure for employees to follow in case any accident happen during the production or manufacturing process. There are many accidents that may occur during the operation of Mycron steel, such as small injuries, critical injuries, exposure to chemical hazard, exposure to harmful hazard, and fire accident. Small injuries may occur when employees handling the tool and machineries. Common injuries that frequently happen is small cut due to sharp edge of tool when handling the equipment. Critical injuries is an injury that may result unconsciousness, result in blood loss, or involve with fracture of arm or leg. This type of injuries should be heavily prioritized by following the emergency procedure for immediate aid. In this company, sulfuric acid has been used to cure the metal. Sulfuric acid is a corrosive substance, destructive to the skin, eyes, and lungs. Excessive exposure of this chemical can bring harm to the workers. The worker should try to wash out the affected area with water first. If it still hurt, notify the supervisor to obtain emergency help from medical authorities. Fire accident is one of the severe accidents that may cost the company and workers. Numerous dangers such as faulty product, forklift collision, or poor safety of workplace might result in fire accident. Fire alarm should be activated to warn the employees. Then, wounded workers should be assisted out, while other employees must calmly exit the building to avoid any panic among themselves. This procedure should be taken for emergency hazard injuries. In Mycron steel, hand slip due to cleaning roll is the common injuries that occur before the system was improved. Other than that, muscle strain, trip, and falls always occur and can lead to risk of falling while work at height. As we can see, before the system was improved, there is no guard for the stair. These are the accident initial report form of Mycron steel Berhad. Detailed information regarding the accident must be recorded. The JKKP 6 form is for notification of occupational accident and dangerous occurrence, while the JKKP 7 form is the notification of occupational poisoning and disease. Both must be recorded respectively.
Now I will presenting design the OSH management system. There are 5 things that will be discussed, which are daily and routine enforcement at site, OSH documents, safety awareness and training program, safety procedure, and lastly is the warning emergency system. The first one is daily and routine enforcement at site. There are 2 routine being conducted, which are daily safety briefing and 5S program. First is daily safety briefing. It is a short talk brief between the supervisor and the workers. This briefing enables the workers to understand the safety and health during work. It is also a method that the workers can tell the concern during work or report any hazards to the supervisor. Next is 5S program. It is a program that helps producing a better and safer workplace, thus reducing the number of accidents. This program also can increase the productivity of the worker as industry continuously improves the 5S system being modified to 6S as a way to adapt to the new industry. Next is the quality management system. A company generally needs a quality management system to enhance and monitoring the quality of the product. The quality management system usually applied in the assembly process, and with this system can help manage to achieve standard level of quality. In safety awareness and training program, there are 2 programs being carried out. First one is 5S training program. A company needs to organize or conduct 5S training program, and this will help the workers and employees to understand more about this system. This 5S training can provide the knowledge on how to maintain discipline at the workplace. This training program can also expose the workers and employees on how to plan systematically. Next is the fire drill program. As the fire incidents commonly happen in the workplace, with the fire drill training, workers and employees were introduced to the knowledge and skills in fire safety, prevention, and the risks that can happen during work. This training will also help provide the awareness among the employees about the danger of the fire, usage of the fire extinguishers, and the fire routine procedures. This training will usually divide into theoretical and practical. Continue is the safety procedure. The first one is the standard operating procedure or SOP. It is a procedure that will accordance to the rules and standards that the industry had approved. SOP are rules, practices, and guidelines that every company needs to have. Each process contains instructions that can help execute the task correctly. Furthermore, there is no official SOP provided, hence it is vary from a company to another company. Next is the Safe Work Procedure or SWP. It is a method to analyze the job safety. SWP shows the hazard and risk and what needs to be implemented, thus it can help in reducing the number of risks. Every worker or employee needs to know the SWP and how to implement it in the work. Lastly is the warning emergency system. Personal protective equipment (PPE) is a clothing used to limit exposure to dangers or hazards that can cause harm to the workforce. The management of the company needs to provide the workers to a safe workplace, and this includes the PPE. Safety light curtain is a sensor to protect a person from injury or machine damage, and this is done by creating a sensing screen that protects the access points of the machine. An individual or object that interrupts the beams will make the machine automatically stop. Light indicator is a LED indicator lights that provide high visibility real-time status of the equipment or machine. It is varied in color and they are lightweight, thus allow easy installation. Tower lights is a light that is visible to all directions in the workplace, can be seen from over long distance and also under the bright condition. This tower light provides a real-time status of the safety. Emergency stop button device is a system where the workers can quickly stop the process of a machine to prevent injury or risk. The machine nowadays usually are designed to circumvent all other computer functions and eliminate power from dangerous systems.
In conclusion, the safety and health of the employer and employee inside company need to maintain as our responsibility together. It is our job to choose either we want to be safe or not, and there is not about the company's fault as they're in following the OSHA 1994 requirement. In addition, they had attached all the safety signs at each process section. Last but not least, the worker also has received safety training, maintenance plan, communication tool, and protection checklist. That's all from us. Thank you.